Hey everybody, Shawn here. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Tone King Gremlin 1x12 combo. Kind of a cool Tweed Deluxe style amp. Single-ended KT66 powered, about 8 watts. Really simple volume and tone control, really expressive and cool sounding with rhythm and lead inputs. It comes with the Iron Man 2 attenuator, which will go from basically wide open to cutting it down, I believe, almost 35 dB of volume cut. So basically bedroom levels, really great sounding attenuator by Tone King. It has a 1x12 speaker in there. It's a custom made Celestian that was made specifically for this amp. It sounds really great. I really enjoyed playing through it. It definitely is killer as a standalone amp. If you're one of those guys that doesn't want to really use any effects, you just want to, use the kink in your cable as an effect. It's killer for that because it's got so much power amp breakup as you turn it up, but it'll never, literally break all the windows in your house. So you get all that power amp, that power tube kind of sag and compression, and the speaker really reacts well to all that, but at the same time I found that it responds to pedals like a champ. I mean, it just really takes pedals well, and that's why I went ahead and turned on a pedal in the actual performance video. So I'll just kind of run down some quick sounds for you so you guys can hear how it sounds and see what you think. So we'll start with the rhythm input, and then we'll eventually switch over to the lead. So here's how I've got it dialed right now for a rhythm tone, or at the rhythm input. So really sweet, just pretty clean tones out of it with just a little bit of breakup. I mean, we can turn it down so it doesn't break up as quickly, but keep in mind, as an 8-watt amp and the way it's set up, it's kind of dialed to break up a little bit sooner, even in the power section. But with the volume down, not really breaking up, especially with kind of a Strat style pickup. If you hit it with like a humbucker, break up a little bit sooner, but it's still like a really sweet breakup. Okay, so I've got the tone. I'll just kind of sweep it left to right. Right now it's kind of, you know, at 12 o'clock. I'll just roll it off. So really well-voiced tone circuit, really easy to dial in. I really appreciate these style circuits because it's just kind of plug it in and go, you know, not a lot of tweaking. Okay, so we turned the volume down a little bit. Let's crank it up and let it break up a little bit more. Maybe get a little more zing up top. Now if we hit that with a humbucker, now you're getting into those really cool kind of raw Fender Champ, Tweed Deluxe kind of tones. Sounds great. We can darken it up a little bit. So a lot of tones to be had just from tweaking, you know, little tweaks, you know, volume up and down, tone up and down. You can really get a lot of settings, or a lot of just sweet sounds that way. Real quick, you know, as I mentioned, it takes pedals really well, so I'll just turn one on really quick. I don't want to turn this into a pedal demo, but I really dug the way it responded to an overdrive pedal. So I had it dialed about like that. So I'll just turn on this overdrive. So anything you've got, distortion pedal, fuzz pedal, boost pedal, whatever you enjoy using, this amp will sound great with it. And it just makes it that much more versatile. So once again, if you're a pedal guy, killer. If you're not a pedal guy, there's a lot going on. And, you know, even for like a, you know, even if you just wanted to hit it with like a reverb, you know. Just a lot of sounds to be had there. Now, speaking of more kind of overdriven tones, I'll go ahead and we'll move it to the lead channel. So that's kind of how it sounds, like a humbucker hitting the rhythm channel. I'll switch to the lead channel without touching anything. So quite a bit more gain there, quite a bit more bark. And it just depends on what guitar you have. You can find the sweet spot just by kind of moving things around. So like with this guitar, that's a great tone, cool, just old school combo tone, those old Gibson amps and old Tweed amps, really really sounds great. Now this is 8 watts, but it still gets pretty darn loud, and that's where the attenuator can come in. So like right now, I'll just leave it at this volume. So this is wide open. And I'll start just clicking the attenuator back 1. So right now, it's not too much louder than I'm talking to you. It's even quieter. And that's actually quieter than I'm speaking to you now. I might actually have to bump that post so you guys can hear that it still sounds really killer. And that's super soft. Now the thing to keep in mind is you don't want to look at that attenuator solely as a bedroom volume thing. It could be more that you do want to get more tube amp power section breakup, but at a lesser volume, not necessarily a whisper volume. That's where that's going to be a really useful tool. Like say we want it dying. That's really loud, maybe even for the stage you're on. You can just back it off to. And that's a way more reasonable volume to deal with on a loud, on a stage where you can't be that loud. So that attenuator sounds really great. So that's pretty much it on this amplifier. It's a really great sounding little combo amp. It's pretty light, which I really dig. You can substitute tubes. It's a cathode biased amp, so it's essentially self-biasing. So you could try a 6L6, EL34, KT88, 6V6. You've got a lot of options there that you can mess with, but I really like the KT66 tube that's in it. It really, I think, sounds super natural and sweet. So yeah, if you have any other questions, reach out to Tone King and ask away. And as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll have another demo coming for you soon. Thanks, you guys.